Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Parshas Bereshit, Rebuilding After the Destruction. There's a famous Midrash that says that Hashem created many worlds and destroyed them before finally creating the world that we know today. Rav Soloveitchik asks, what's the concept? One thing when a man goes ahead and creates, doesn't work the first time. He tinkers with his creation, doesn't work a second time, but eventually gets it right. That's how modern science works. What's the idea that Hashem creates and destroys, and the Midrash even says that previous worlds were greater than the following worlds. Rav has a beautiful idea. He writes, first of all, man has to emulate God. V'alachta b'drachav, must go in his ways, must always be creative. That's number one, whether it's with his learning, creativity in other areas as well. And two, he says, we must learn from God. That, of course, God doesn't create and fail and have to create again. But the Midrash is teaching us a lesson that even if we create worlds and they're destroyed, we have to go ahead and rebuild again and recreate again. And even if the world that we create is not as great as the previous one, we have to go ahead and do it. Rav describes such a beautiful way that he was so pleased in the 50s when he created Maimonides, a day school in Boston. He tested the kids and they learned Chumash and Rashi. And he says, how could he be proud? How could he be happy? He learned with the greatest giants in the early 1900s in Europe, or Soloveitchik, or Shimon Shkop. Densky, the greatest, the giants that he learned with. He saw Torah at the highest level possible. And now kids are learning Chumash and Rashi. And yes, he was proud of them. He was happy. Because this new world that he was creating, for now, for the situation as it was, that was the best that could be. And there was no reason to compare to what was, but rather to what should be in this situation. And that's the message of the Rav. That world sometimes collapse that we create, or that we were born into, and our job is to go ahead and create from anew. And if our creation fails, we create again. And that's the message of the Midrash, that God, of course, doesn't fail in his creation, chas v'shalom, but he is just giving a message that we must go ahead and be resilient, create, and recreate again and again. Shalom.